Okay, it's recording, but I want it to stop. All right, welcome to the Thailand Information Night. And so I know pretty much everybody who's here. You're all obviously from Kamloops. And I'm super excited that you're either coming to the retreat or you're considering the retreat. We've been planning this for quite some time, me and Lorraine, and I think it's been a plan that's been in action for probably longer than we really knew. Sometimes the universe just sort of points you and pushes you and corners you at times into making decisions and making plans. So I'm very excited that you're all here. And we're going to give just a brief overview of what is the retreat, where is the retreat, why we're doing the retreat, and who it's for. If you're already coming, you know that it's for you. And then we'll talk a little bit about what our intentions are for the retreat and what we're hoping for and what we're hoping to bring you, as well as a little extra bonus that I told Shauna about yesterday, but I haven't informed any of you guys about yet. So I'm excited to drop that bomb too. All right, so what is it? It is a 10-day retreat in a little island in Thailand called Koh Samui. The retreat includes transfers to and from the Koh Samui airport, accommodations for 10 nights, breakfast and dinner daily, yoga every day, workshops, Reiki treatment, plus you'll receive a Reiki attunement if you don't already have your Reiki level 1. Also, we'll be doing sound healing. There's sound healing offered every single night at the casa. Meditation, we'll be offering meditation, of course, some excursions. There will also be free time and so much more. Obviously, I've already said this a few times, flights are not included. I know most of you who are going have already booked your flights. And when is it happening? April 12th to the 22nd. So that's starts on a Sunday all the way through till the following Wednesday, so 10 days. So Lorraine is going to talk to us a little bit about who the retreat is for. So would you like to talk a little bit about that, Lorraine? You guys should be able to hear her, no problem.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she froze.
Got into who it was for, and can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah. It should work now.
Okay. Actually, I feel like people that were interested so quickly made it so clear to us who it was for. Before we just kind of knew what we wanted to do for people. And then the people that came, like, oh, this is who it's for. So I think it's just for people, for women only, who are looking for the next part in their life. Like what, maybe you've brought up children, maybe you've been dedicated to your career, maybe you're just experiencing big life changes and you don't know what to do next. So we created a lot of powerful practices to really allow you to sit in it and think about what it is you want. So yeah, it's for just women who are ready for the next part of their lives, who have already done quite a lot and have accomplished a lot, but maybe have missed out on that part that's like, hey, what about me? What do I want? So the opportunity to get in touch with yourself through many different means and figure out what it is you want to do next.
I can't wait to go. I think that as we've been going through this and we've been starting to notice, who is showing up, who is signing on, or who is showing some interest into coming to the retreat, we've been able to really start to think about and feel intuitively what is needed. And so I know for myself, what I see is this I think of this analogy quite often. It's like you've been kind of like going and going and going, and you're in this tunnel of doing and being an identity, and things are happening to you. And all of a sudden there's a door and it's off to the side, and you stop just long enough to go, that wasn't there before. What was that? And so you take the handle and you open it a little, and there's this crack of light, and there's something inside there that looks really welcoming and new, something that could change you. And it's like you want to fling the fucking door open and let it all rush into your heart. And I know for myself, like I've gone through a lot of processes of doubting myself and dipping back into spirituality and then coming back out and doing yoga consistently and then coming back out and not really being able to find that equilibrium for a really long time. So our intention really with the retreat is to fling that door open, to open the doors of our hearts and become empowered. And that word is really overused. So sometimes I don't like to use that word. We want to step into our power. We want to focus on a different goddess aspect or a different goddess every day and go, what kinds of qualities could I take away from Diana or Hecate? Or, all of them have these very special aspects to them that we can start to adopt into our own way of being. And so we're hoping that people will walk away with a sense of newness, a sense of stepping through a new phase of life, and really stepping into power. So one of the things that Lorraine and I have talked about a lot is the aftercare. Hey, Lorraine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a little bit. And what I told Shawnette yesterday was that I've been working on developing a development program or a spiritual development program. And so I'll be doing a challenge in March, the month before we go to Thailand. It is free for people who are going to Thailand. This challenge will include online yoga classes. So there will be recorded videos that you can do at home. There will be a private Facebook group with just conversation and community and, different things that you can try to incorporate into your routines. There will also be in-person classes that you can take for free. And you'll also receive 2 sessions with me, one-on-one, or distance sessions with Lorraine, if you're into that. She is. She's nodding.
I am. I'll do it while you're sleeping and I'm awake.
And so when we return from Thailand, that program will be ongoing for at least a month after you get back. And I have yet to develop all of the details for that, but just know that when you get back home, you're not going to be just like, wow, I'm totally different and I have nothing to support me in that. And I'm just trying to fit back in, hey?
Yeah, because even Thailand in itself you'll be in such a blissful state. Just the first time that I came to Thailand, I was like, whoa, I didn't realize I could feel this way. I don't know, I can't explain it. It's the heat and the birds and the smells. It's just and Koh Samui itself is just incredibly beautiful. So you will be blissing out and it'll kind of be like, oh, home? So it's good to have something to then have like goals to work towards where you're like, okay, I've got a path now and let's go down this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've got a plan moving forward.
Yeah, plan.
And a way to stay connected with the people that you bond with at the retreat as well, which, we get really close in a retreat setting. For those of you who've been to a retreat before, this, we do everything together. We eat together and we don't sleep together. We'll have beautiful private rooms with our own bathrooms. Oh, right. Those 2 are sharing a room.
Oh, so are me and you.
Oh, and me and Lorraine are sharing a room. Everybody else gets their own room. No, you don't have to share a room. You get your very own room.
I'm so excited.
I know, even more excited. Absolutely. So we are going to move to some questions. Does anybody in my audience have a question?
I do.
Okay, Shawnette.
I've read about massages, and I'm wondering, I've been to resorts where you hear about them, and then you get there and you go book a massage, and they're already booked up.
Mm.
So should we book our massages in advance?
Oh, that's a great question. Do you have a pen and paper handy?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it is a good idea. I would suggest it right now, just because the time that we're going, there are other retreats going on at the resort as well. So we've got like our own private space, but basically the resort is booked up. So it is possible that the massages could book. So that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
And another thing as well is because offers day trips around the island. They've got like a huge thing. You can go see elephants and waterfalls and Buddhas. We're doing a lot of that with you, but if there's a special excursion that you have through them, you probably will want to book it by February. But I'll get you guys all of the options, and then we can work with that. But I just thought I'd mention that as well.
Okay. Did you guys catch that?
But
I'm breaking up a little bit. You got that? Okay. Go ahead.
There are a lot of beautiful massage places all over Samui, and many of them will pick you up at the hotel and take you for the massage.
Okay.
So you might want to look like beautiful,
Wow.
beautiful places. So you might want to do a Google search as well. You might want to go to a spa that has something really special, because it can be quite incredible there, and they're very cheap.
That sounds amazing. Okay.
If we were to book a massage
Yeah.
ahead of time, are we going to get a little more information as to what each day looks like? Like, so we know what time to book them. Yeah.
Yeah.
During
Our
free time.
absolutely. So we have like a basic structure for every day, and we have built in free time into pretty much every day. Hey, Lorraine?
Every day.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Because it gets so hot.
Like,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
every day there's 2.5 hours of free time, I believe. And then there are a few days, there's one day you get a full free day. And then, yeah. So, but 2.5 hours, that gives you time to go into the eternity pool and get massages. Just maybe sometimes write. There's a meditation garden with Buddhas in
Or
it.
nap.
Or nap.
Sleep when you're dead.
Right? Yeah. Did you hear that? Sleep when you're dead.
No.
Did you have a question, Sue?
I do. With regards to the markets and stuff,
Mhm.
like I've talked with Lorraine a little bit with regards to taking funds out over there. And I know
Right.
the service charges are quite high.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nobody really knows how much we want to spend,
Mhm.
but I'm thinking that the smaller markets and stuff, of course, won't take Visa.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out how much Thai currency to bring.
Good question.
So, are you buying gifts for everybody, do you think?
No, just for me.
Really?
Maybe something.
That's the right attitude.
Maybe something for Harry if he's nice.
Okay, so you can get luxury items in Thailand, but again, if you're going to do that, then there'll always be credit card. Most places charge 3% for a credit card.
Okay.
Doesn't end up being that much. I would say if you are just going to need that money for maybe a taxi or something like this along the way, incidentals, a little bit of food, I don't really believe you would need more than 300 Canadian worth of Thai baht.
300 Canadian. Okay.
Wow.
A
that's
question.
not very much.
And that gives me, do we get the money exchanged there or do we exchange it here?
I think we exchange it here, Hillary.
Do it here.
It is best. Okay, so if you're going to Vancouver, the Bullion down on West Hastings has the best rate in Canada. But if you're not going to be in downtown Vancouver, you just want to order Thai baht from your bank 2 weeks early. You could do it a week early as well. They don't carry it, so you pre-order it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I've already
So is it a currency you can return when you come back, or is it one that you're stuck with? Because I know Mexican pesos.
You can return it to I've returned it back to Money Mart and stuff like that. You can.
Money Mart. I used to work there. That's why I laughed like that.
We can give it to them.
Give it to Lorraine.
I'm very happy to give you Canadian for Thai baht. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, because you're staying
Yeah.
a little bit longer.
I'm staying a little bit longer. Yeah. I'm staying an extra week with Lorraine. So excited about that.
One other question
Yeah.
to purchase some things in Thailand. Is there a semi-precious stone or precious stone that is native to Thailand that we might be interested in?
Did you catch that, Lorraine?
Oh, for sure, the Shiva. Do you have a Shiva around?
I don't
Nicole?
have a Shiva on me right now, but they're always round and it looks like a thick shell
Okay.
and it's got a
It's
spiral.
Okay.
They're
Like
beautiful.
it's the
Like Moana.
it's a consistency. It's a consistency pearl, actually. And they are only found off the coast of Thailand and Costa Rica. Those are the only places that you can find them. They're quite interesting. And they make those in jewelry. They also have pearls and a lot of moonstone. And there's a sapphire mine in Laos. And so they often bring sapphires to, I actually bought a sapphire recently.
It's very pretty. You'll see it on the replay.
And it was like
A ring. It's a teardrop. Okay,
like
Sue
40 Canadian.
Oh
It
my
was like
goodness.
Canadian diet. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
like 40.
beautiful.
You can feel free to look. It's okay. I can always edit it out.
Oh, it is. It's lovely. That's what I was reading about sapphires in Thailand, and I never found anything when I was researching about pearls. But pearls.
Yeah.
Okay, my husband owes me.
There's a
some
pearl place. There used Yeah.
So just, I don't know, this might be too personal, like talking money, but
Oh, it's
how
all
much
good.
would that ring cost in Thailand?
How much did that ring cost you?
Oh, I got it in Vietnam. It was 40 Canadian dollars.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Cheap.
Okay.
yeah.
So
That's
the
what
prices
I
at the markets are pretty expensive, aren't they, Laura?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying any semi-precious stones there unless it's just something you really love, because sometimes the quality is just kind of not great.
It's like Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I was,
so I would just
Want a real one.
do a
So
store.
maybe Bangkok store? Probably not Koh Samui? Or
There's beautiful jewelry shops in Koh Samui. There's one in Lamai. We can make that a part of our trip. We can go to a jewelry store.
So
we
we're
can go to a
renting a
silk
van.
store.
and we're this Mr. Samui guy, he does tours and we're renting the van for the day and he's gonna like drive us around pretty much wherever we say.
Yeah, we could do what we want.
We could go
So
to Sorry, I got
Ooh,
excited.
we should go to this fisherman's village. They have a beautiful, beautiful place to buy things. You can get silks and jewelry and all the fun girl things.
Fun.
Yeah, really fun shopping in Asia.
Susan's all over that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Any other questions?
I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we need adapters or anything for our phones?
Ooh, good
or
question.
Like blow dryers? or
Adapters.
gas steamers?
So
For your
we do have,
I was like, what?
like, if you have a 3-prong plug, it's probably not going to work here. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But it is suggested anyways to get an adapter because it's also a surge protector. And often the
Is it like the Euro adapter? European ones, or is it specific?
just like I
Thailand.
have,
Yeah. Oh, Lorraine has one. She can come and look when she gets it.
Just
Bentleys,
that I can find.
Bentleys have them.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already had a question.
it's a universal adapter.
Okay, Lorraine's got
So-
a universal adapter. So it's got a whole bunch of different holes in it.
That's what I've got.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. 'Cause I
Yeah,
might
come
be
look.
like mine.
And that's just what it's called, a universal adapter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
um,
you.
Travel universal adapter.
Okay.
And then
And then it's got the
got-
Asian plugs on it. Yeah. Oh, perfect. The other
Yeah.
plugs
I have
that
that.
pop out. Yeah. Okay, you've got one of those.
And that'll work.
yeah, your plugs go in there.
Yep. So when you travel to your next country,
Yeah, once you start, you
it,
never go home, and you've been.
yeah, Lorraine comes over.
In regards to the plug-in thing, do we need a, so you can get the adapter, but we need the converter as well? They're two separate things.
Well, the one that Lorraine has, it's a little box and it
Yeah.
has like the prongs, and then on the other side are the different holes
Perfect.
for plugging it in. Yeah. So it's a travel adapter, a universal travel adapter.
Yeah.
Does
And just so you know, I got it for $10 at Save On.
Save on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
you're getting the same.
There you go.
Yeah, like just when you're going to pay, they're just there where the candy is. The
Interesting.
chocolate bar.
Seems like a good spot.
Because, you know, that's
Right.
You might find it there, look in the pharmacy area where, travel meds and stuff are. You'll find them there.
do we have to bring our blow dryers or does the hotel have them?
Blow dryers? Do you know?
It's so hard.
If you don't know, we can just write it down, and if you can write it down a note, then we can always
Yeah.
just check. They probably do.
I'm pretty
so.
I'm pretty sure they
Third
do.
of the room, I can't remember now if there was anything.
We'll figure it out. One great question that Anne Marie had a couple months ago was, what about laundry? And I was like, ding.
Yeah,
So Casa will send out your laundry. They do like a 1-day service, super cheap, Thai prices. Thai prices can't be beat. I don't know where that came from.
There's no lower price than Thai price.
Sales pitch.
Yes, I think so. So
What's a typical day gonna look like? Like, what is gonna happen?
a typical day. I think, Lorraine, you know the itinerary better than I do. There's an early morning yoga class at 7, right? From
Well, if I think it might actually be a benefit because coming from Canada, with the jet lag, you usually wake up for the first few days at about 5 a.m. And that is great for us because we'd love to take you to the private beach there. There's a rock. And if you sit there, the sun comes up right in front of you. So it's a great meditate. Yeah.
So then I think Bacasa has
Yeah,
a
and-
yoga class every day at 7 a.m., right? Was it
7.
7 a.m.? 7 a.m.
7 to 9:30.
And then breakfast.
It's
is
a
8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
9:30 to 11.
9:30 till 11. And then
And
dinner at
then
6:30.
So we're
Yeah.
lunch.
That's a good question. I thought the same thing. So Shawnette just said, are we on our own
So
lunch?
we are. When I spent a day there because I wanted to get the full feel of what it felt like to be there. The people are so nice. But anyway, you do a buffet breakfast from like 9:30 to 11, I guess. So I think if you catch the tail end, you're kind of like full. For me anyway, I was like, oh, it's enough. But they do have a juice bar and they do have an incredible area for eating. So I personally didn't feel like I needed to have,
Oh, she's cutting out.
yeah, you'd have to pay.
Well, and I think the other thing is that it's so hot during the day, like smoking hot, that you might not feel super hungry.
Yeah.
If it becomes an issue, obviously we're going to make sure that there are extra snacks, and that's totally available at the casa. They can totally set us up with that.
What about
Yeah.
cold water, drinkable water?
Drinkable water.
Is the tap water drinkable?
Is that a good question?
I feel that's a great question because no, you should drink the water. You should not drink the water. People say you can boil it, but I just wouldn't. I never drink the water on Samui. I'll drink it in the city, but I believe they have never-ending supply of water.
What do you
Like
mean?
an all-inclusive resort would have bottled water.
Like I don't think we have to buy our own water.
So they have water coolers probably, or bottled water.
Yeah,
They have water for us. Yeah.
So we can
they have water.
bottles and fill them up.
Yeah, I would assume so. Maybe write that one down too, Lorraine.
I think they supply you with a really nice water container while you're there as well. They're very,
So
they don't do plastic.
You might not have one, although for traveling, I like to have my own water bottle.
a lot of airports have the refill stations there
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. So the itinerary. So breakfast 9:30 till 11, and then we were going to do a workshop after breakfast, correct? And so
Yeah, we're doing I think we're doing like a shorter session in the morning, and then we're giving people free time, and then we're doing workshops later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then
I can't remember the exact
Is there a
times.
copy of the itinerary on that?
Oh, there might be, but we can check it later. We'll be doing a workshop, and the workshops could include anything from inspired journaling. So Lorraine does creative writing. She writes for a living. That's how she can travel all over the place. And so she has kind of learned how to channel in what to write. So this very interesting way of connecting to your higher self to write. So I'm super looking forward to that workshop myself. We're also going to be doing just different types of creating rituals and diving into questions, right? Like starting to ask yourself questions. I don't want to give too much away, but there will be, yeah, some different themes of workshops, always corresponding with whatever goddess aspects we're focusing on any particular day. And we kind of have this flow of, we understand when you get there on that first day, you're going to be tired and you're going to be overwhelmed. And so we're going to make things really down tempo. So we're really aware of the timing of the 10 days. Yeah, and then dinner's at 6:30 till 8.
8, I think.
30 till 8. Yeah. And then
there's either gong or singing bowl meditation. It is amazing. So I did it, and you laid down in the ocean. It's an open air yoga studio on stilts above the ocean. So the like breeze is coming in. They just turn off all the lights, and then all you have is this massive vibration. They have huge gongs, and it
I'm getting
is
food.
yeah, it's like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you can chill out. But usually, you're probably just gonna be like, I am tired.
Yeah. We've talked a little bit about also making time to be outside in the cooler times of the day. So making sure that we can be by the ocean or on our day excursion. Again, don't want to give away too many details, but I think we did say it in one of the newsletters that we'll be taking a longboat to a secluded island. And there's, is it a wildlife sanctuary? I can't remember what the name of like a nature preserve.
It's a national marine park.
Yeah. So there's private areas. We will be doing a ritual on the beach together. Yeah. And there's lots of other little hidden surprises on that one day excursion that I can't wait to see personally.
Yeah.
Workshopping part is us, and the yoga part is more
Yeah.
resort.
So the yoga part, and we'll be instructing yoga as well. We'll be doing some Kundalini yoga. We'll be doing some gentle hatha yoga. We're not doing anything super intense. It's not my style to go really hard, especially because we're going to be adapting to a new place and doing that deep spiritual work. There's so much going on. I don't want to overwhelm the nervous system. So the Kundalini part will probably feel intense. I am not going to lie. It is an intense practice, but the Kriyas are designed to help you with very, very specific things. So it's become one of my favorite practices. I actually call it a teacher's practice because it is so intense and because it is so highly effective and so traditional. So it's something that, I'm excited to share.
And what's their
Yeah, really.
class?
What is their style of yoga? I actually don't know. Do you know?
What is the style of Kundalini?
That's style of yoga.
Hatha.
It is hatha.
Hatha.
Okay.
Yeah. So there, it's cool. It's called full yoga. So it's 2.5 hours. It's 7 to 9:30. They do a really long warm up and then a normal practice and then a really long meditation after. So it's really full on.
Nice. Well, and I think the
Yeah.
key to remember is that, with any yoga practice, if you're not feeling it, if you're like, wow,
Yeah. I'm out.
I'm overwhelmed, you can either leave or you can lay down or you can meditate.
Yeah.
Screw it. I mean, the only yoga is important is the yoga inside, the union inside. Yeah, but that said, Lorraine and I are also going to be offering our own yoga classes with what we're doing with the retreat that we're doing. We have our own small yoga shop all to ourselves. We don't share it with anybody. It's ours. Yeah. So we get to keep our stuff set up. You don't have to bring your yoga, as I understand. They have everything that we need. So
They have bolsters. They have everything.
yeah. So that's wonderful to hear because at a lot of these places, they don't have the bolsters and things. And I'd love to do some restorative yoga as well, especially
Yeah, I think we
in the
should.
evenings. It's necessary.
Oh, but
Vaccine.
there's also, I would like to just say there is also the day where it's the Thai New Year that we're going to be there for.
Songkran.
Really?
You didn't know that? Yeah, Songkran is the Thai New Year. It's on April 15th, and it is a water festival. So the tradition there, some of them paint their faces. They just smear white paint or other colored paint on their faces. And if you're driving through a town, if you're on your little scooter and you're, they're all splashing water at you. People are just waiting on the side of the road, throwing water at you. And we did.
So we're going to go out onto the side of the road and throw water at strangers.
Water.
I'm in.
And everybody loves
it. It'll be fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. It's adults acting like kids and everyone is just laughing and having a great time.
City water.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
One question about booking things. Because Shawnette and I are adding a couple days to it.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if we should wait till we're there to book some of the other excursions that we're looking at doing, or should we book them in advance?
Go ahead, Lorraine.
Well, I guess. What is that? Sorry, I just got a fruit. Thank you. I guess. Like maybe we should discuss what we're offering, and then and then you can know in advance what you should book.
And
Does
in
that make
terms
sense?
of- Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we'll
but
let
I
you-
know you guys aren't doing the Jeep 4x4 up until
We are
the-
not doing the Jeep 4x4.
Yeah,
You're
so
right.
that's something that Shawnette and
Yeah.
I were interested in.
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
We want to go into the jungle and see the secret garden.
Yes.
That's
Yes, you
that's
do.
the Jeep 4x4 takes you into the secret gardens.
That sounds like fun.
Mhm.
So Lorraine is going to send, actually, she was already saying she's going to send a list of what they're offering. And then at that time, we'll send more information. So perhaps in the next newsletter, hey, Laura, we'll include all the excursion information for December.
And I honestly, from what I'm seeing, is Vacasa charges quite a lot for their daily excursions.
Okay.
I would suggest, I can give you other suggestions for tour companies that I believe will be much less.
Okay.
Because they're just
Is that all right?
tours anyways.
She'll give you she'll just show you all of the things that are available for excursions, and then you can decide if you're more comfortable booking through Vacasa, just book through Vacasa. It's all good. Whatever works.
Yeah.
I went and bought a little book on the island.
Yay! Good for you. You had a question, Kelsey.
Oh, vaccines.
Vaccines. So, what is recommended? Do you remember?
I had the only thing that really is recommended is for yellow fever, for dengue. I got Twinrix, but you have to get those, like, that's for hepatitis.
You just need your.
Those you have to get like 3 different shots within a 6-month period, I believe.
It's 3 months, 6 months, and then a year.
So, Kelsey is a lab
Oh.
tech, and she said it's 3 months, 6 months, and a
You
year.
only have to have the first 2 for coverage.
That's the one.
The third one is just like an extra booster.
The third one is a booster. Okay.
And it might actually only be a month between the first one and the second one.
Okay.
I
A
just
month
had it in
between-
August, that's the only reason I know.
Yeah.
We only have 4 months left, so.
Yeah.
But you only need
Yeah.
the first 2 for it to be effective. The
Oh,
twin
facts.
vaccine.
So,
There's 2. But if you-
But I think it's, you get the shot and then I think it's 4 weeks or 8
Oh.
weeks and then you get your second.
Oh, I
So I think the suggestion would be if you are planning to get vaccines, I would book in with your doctor as soon as possible. Just see what you got to do.
Honestly, you don't have to have a prescription for Twinrix.
Really? Look at that. Brilliant. So Kelsey's saying that you actually don't need a prescription. You don't need to see your doctor for Twinrix. You could just go to the pharmacy. Super awesome.
You don't have to do a needle anymore?
You don't
Is
have
it
to
a
do a
needle?
needle.
It is. The
It is a
pharmacist does
needle.
it.
The pharmacist does it for you.
Yep. And same.
Amazing.
For all, you can just buy it over the counter with a prescription.
Which one?
That's the Travelers E. coli.
Travelers E. coli.
Oh.
There's one for that too.
So how much Imodium do I need to bring?
How much Imodium do they need to bring? Oh, Paulo. Can't wait to meet you in person one day.
Let's see. I never use Imodium. I just let it run through me because
It's a cleanse. Run through me like a river.
I enjoy it. I'm like, oh,
I did not enjoy it.
To find a facility though. If you need
no, I enjoy how good it feels after, just how good you feel once you're cleansed.
After it's
But
all out.
That's what gets her through it.
It will be
you
done.
guys are terrible.
And we're terrible. So. Facilities, toilets,
Yeah.
regular toilets at Vacasa.
What about out and back?
In other places, there are big toilets.
Pit
So
toilet?
get your
You
squat on.
couldn't. There
Actually,
isn't as many squat
Lorraine was
toilets
saying
as
there's
there
not
used
as
to
many
be.
as there used
It's
to be.
quite.
She was saying that it's actually kind of a disappointment because she used to really enjoy
Yeah, but she like
using those.
Yeah, but she like.
Yeah. I can't use her as a guideline anymore.
So, private pit toilet?
Are they private, those squat toilets?
Yes, they're private.
Are they private, Lorraine? How private?
Paper?
Is there a stall?
Not like we're going to India. Yeah,
There's
like a normal bathroom stall.
okay,
And
there's
toilet
not
paper?
like just a handle and a bunch of holes in the floor.
Toilet paper.
Are there handles? She's
One.
So so they're private stalls for the squat toilets. You'll see them in Bangkok probably. Hey, what about Koh Samui?
What about toilet paper? Do I have to bring my own?
Maybe.
What about toilet paper at the squat toilets? These guys really want to know.
do.
What's that?
Yeah, it was something I wish I had when I landed in Thailand the first time.
Toilet.
Sometimes they don't have them. Like in public bathrooms, they usually just have it's called an ass shower.
An ash shower. That is the technical name.
It's basically like, your kitchen sink. Sometimes.
Just a sprayer.
No, you guys, you'll fall in love with it. It's really good. I can't explain it.
Well, I had one of the
But-
ladies at our Sun Peaks retreat talking about those removable shower heads in the bath, and that they were insisting their husbands install them, but it wasn't for cleanliness.
I think
Yeah.
There was someone.
well, this water's cold. I don't think it's as fun as
It's
it.
cold.
I
water.
installed one and didn't think of that.
That's right. So, any other questions at the moment? Insects. There's not a lot on Koh Samui, I was told by Lorraine. Insects.
Yeah, it's not really mosquito season because it'll have been dry for quite some time, so that's really good.
You got
Yeah,
that.
if mosquitoes
Mosquitoes.
out, it's at a certain time, about 5:30 until 7. They're around, but we're right by the water, and usually there's a breeze, so they don't come near.
Oh, they really like Kelsey.
What
She's
about
like,
other bugs?
what about other bugs? What kind of
Like
bugs?
spiders or
Oh, okay.
beetles or creepies?
Spiders, beetles, creepies. How much information do we want to give them? How much information do we want to give me? It's better than Australia, right?
Yeah, I'm terrified of spiders, and I've encountered some, but usually they're in the jungle. Like where we're staying, not really going to get big spiders in your bathroom.
Okay, good to know.
They exist. I'm not going to lie. They are there. They have different
talk about
kinds of snakes.
Let's do that whole thing like, hey, if we see one, it's going to be a surprise, and we're going to run as fast as we can.
I'll
Away.
save you all from it, someone.
Okay, Sue's, there we go. Sue's not afraid.
Size of your head.
Well,
Like a small furry animal.
You know what?
spider?
The
A
suitcase.
spider?
The less frightening or poisonous they are. But I just want to interject a little
Yeah.
bit on the vaccines.
Yeah.
I phoned my doctor's office, chatted with them a little bit. They gave me the phone number for the vaccine travel center. And I phoned them and had wonderful chat with them. So they said, don't phone us until you're like 3 months out,
Okay.
because then they'll know if there's anything going on.
Oh, any advisories or anything?
Yeah,
Got it.
something like that.
Yeah.
I've talked to numerous people about Duperol, and they've all basically said, don't waste your money on it.
Okay.
My doctor gave me the same feedback.
Okay,
But
it's like a 50-50.
yeah,
Not a super
um,
effective one.
No, it's not. And I was going to do the twin Rits. And again, my doctor said, don't waste your money.
Yeah. My strategy personally, and this is just my personal, what I am doing. Like a month ago, I started going, okay, like we don't have a lot of time to go to Thailand. So I have been hydrating and eating really, really good food, really lots of greens and lots of veggies, good sources of protein. I don't eat meat, so I don't worry about that. But I'm trying to eat really clean. I'm exercising a lot. So I'm trying to keep a regular routine just so that I'm keeping my immune system up and healthy, and just really focusing on as well my spiritual health. So like anything that is kind of coming up to the surface, because there's been a lot of, for me personally, there's a lot of emotional stuff coming up in the last little while. So I'm just really taking the time to myself to process and trying to get healthy on all levels. So that's what I'm doing. I've backed right off of all the things I've been doing for November, December. Just really brought it down to like much more manageable schedule for myself. Anything that I could change to make things a little more smooth for myself, that is my strategy. I'm not taking any vaccines. I'll probably actually start taking a multivitamin, which I have not done since I was pregnant like 12 years ago. But yeah, just boosting up my immune system. So that's my strategy. Yeah.
Well, it's really nice too because at the
Sorry, what was that?
Flights, like are people kind of grouped on flights, or like I know we're booking our own, but
Yeah, I know these two ladies are going together. You are going to Hawaii first?
All on my
Oh
own.
my God, really?
Marie.
You're crazy woman. Did you book it?
I did. I'm flying out of Vancouver at 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Sounds about right.
And I'm going by myself.
And where is your stopover?
Taipei.
Taipei, same as ours. Which airline are you flying? EVA, yeah.
You get to see the Hello Kitty lounge. It's amazing.
Sounds amazing.
Sounds
Lorraine.
amazing.
It's amazing.
And then Paula and I are flying together, but we are going like 4 days early. Melody, have you heard from Melody? I don't know what she's flying.
She's just flying in day of.
She's flying in the day.
She's coming in like the morning that it starts and leaving the same day.
Okay.
In and out.
I think so. And then we have a few other people that were sort of, hovering around the edges. Yeah.
Because you can go early if you wanted to, but it's the
Or stay late. Yeah.
Go early or stay late. Yeah.
Fun, get in trouble.
So yeah, I mean, there's certainly.
Well, I'm taking a baby step and going to Edmonton by myself
Good
next weekend.
for you.
So like, look at me going by myself.
Well, it's scary the first couple times. The first time I ever traveled by myself, I went to Mexico for my yoga teacher training. And yeah, like I'd been on planes before. We had gone to Cuba, me and my husband, and I'd like been to Ontario, maybe one other flight. But yeah, good for you. So next week you're going to Edmonton?
I'm going to see a friend I have not seen in like 10 years.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Any other questions at the moment? Nothing right now. Was there anything else you wanted to quickly talk about before we sign up?
Well, I just want to say, somebody might say, oh, you could get malaria there, you should take malaria pills. But from what I've heard is that taking them makes you just as sick as getting malaria. So, and sun,
Only take them when you
it
get
makes you sensitive to the sun.
Okay.
What about
Yeah.
food issues
Dietary issues,
and lactose?
lactose intolerant. I think it's pretty easy to avoid that.
Because has
Vacasa Happy Dial, they have all non-dairy options. They'll probably have a ton of coconut stuff. What else did they have there that was vegan?
Everything.
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 Do they have?
Everything was
I
vegan.
think
They have
there was
some pretty
one dish.
nice little chefs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think there was one dish that had like seafood or chicken, but then like everything is really geared towards the purest way of taking care of yourself, right? They have this juice bar where you can just get like a mishmash of different vegetables and fruits. Like it's a really healthy place. As for when you're outside of the retreat, yeah, I mean the country pretty much itself is lactose free. They don't do dairy.
Excellent.
And they're a
I
Buddhist
get sick, I'm
country
like,
too,
I
so
don't eat anything with dairy, and then I find out, oh, you cooked in butter, didn't you?
Aw. Yeah.
Nick, did you want to go through the facts, or do you want to just, we can send that maybe?
Yeah, I think we can just start posting that, you know, like maybe I'll get Josie to do an extra page on my website, and then we'll have frequently asked questions, or we'll just have a separate document that we can send to. We can, yeah, we can just send the FAQs in a separate document to everybody who's on the list or everybody who's coming. So we have a private Facebook group as well, which I think you four should be on it. I gotta check it. Anyway, we're gonna start posting more stuff on there because we're getting closer.
And I don't know who I'm missing yet, but I still need to know what people's favorite stone is and their favorite color.
Okay, so you've got to message Lorraine as soon as possible. Tell her what is your favorite crystal and what is your favorite color. As soon as possible. This is so important because it involves
It's so important. Yeah.
Already did it.
You did it. Paula already did it. Okay, good.
I guessed it involved the present right off.
All of it?
Right back.
Right. You're like, oh, I know what this is about. Put my word in. Cool. Okay. Well, I think that.
I love turquoise.
I also love turquoise. But my favorite stone is not turquoise. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up the Q&A and the information here. So thank you so much, Lorraine. Thank you. Thank you for making
it's
the
a
time.
pleasure. Anytime you have questions,
Yeah.
please get in touch with me.
Yeah, don't hesitate. Anything that comes up, even if you just want to know something, just don't hesitate to ask at all.
Messenger her.
Just messenger her. Facebook.
Also-
She's like 14
That's
minutes ahead,
message.
but she'll get back to you.
On, I can't remember if it was Lorraine's personal page or the Sunny Goddess page. She did a video of the rooms at the
Yeah.
place, so she should maybe get on that so it's fresh again. So we
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah, because she stayed there. There are videos of the room and stuff like that. So
I haven't been on Facebook, so I haven't checked.
I can put them on.
On to,
I can put them online again if they're hard to find because it's
Yeah, maybe
quite
just
low
repost
down the
them.
way. Sure.
okay, cool. Well, thank you again, Lorraine. I'm looking forward to talking to you again, sister.
Me too. Me too. It's nice to see you.
You guys want to come and say goodbye to Lorraine?